Alright, Gulper. I'm mid-run because my phone's running out of storage and I haven't got bothered to delete some of it yet. So I just got to 300k and I'm just going to do the 300 to 400 rather than put you through the boredom of sitting through this for half an hour that it's already been going for. Um, I'm using Wash, Sprocket and Whirlwind. The key factors in this raid, I just knocked the boss down, that's why I just picked this time just before 300k. Key features of this raid are Gulper has a single target that does defense break and then an AoE that does stun. Charge is relevant because you've got Sprocket for the disrupt. You need to make sure you keep Sprocket with the disrupt in this boss. He charges too frequently for you to use it like you do on Dream, where I'm just doing heal, 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 heal. You can only really use S1 on Sprocket for this fight. But you will see me use Whirlwind's S1 sporadically just to get a bit faster of a run. I'll show you the runes at the end. Sprocket's not ideal. Sprocket should be on more attack, but I need the defense because that's the only way this one works anywhere. So in terms of time, what I'm aiming for is so I'm currently at 29 minutes and 290,000. So I'm thinking 29 and 29, 29 and 290. What I like to do is keep to that sort of time limit towards so I'm going up 10,000 points in a minute. Keep to that sort of time frame. Obviously, at the start of the run, you'll be a bit. So then you end up hitting the end towards about 40 to 45 minutes in game time. So you're not quite pushing the 50 minutes. So just I'm chucking in Wash's S1 and Whirlwind's S1 when I get the ability to get that extra bit of damage. Then it's just parts blind, and then the charge heal. A key thing. If you're doing a charge skill and you get stunned, if the charge skill is charging, and you get stunned, it will get knocked back to 0. So you won't have that. It won't keep charging it. The charge will reset. And you have to set the charge off again. If you are charged and you put the skill in Q, and if you are fully charged and you put the skill in Q and then you get stunned, the skill gets knocked out of Q and you have to charge it all over again. If you have it in Q and if you have it charged and do not put it in the Q, it will stay there even if you get stunned. So what you want to do with Whirlwind is have her charged up and try and use her charge skill after he does the single target. Then it removes the defense break and you're lovely. If he puts both up the same one after the other and you don't have time to put one in between the other, do not put Whirlwind's charge skill in Q. Leave it until after the AoE goes off and then put it in Q. It might cost you a little bit. You should be fine. I would say put Sprocket's S1 in instead where you can, so then you do get the heals because you might need them if your defense broken. That's basically it. So let's get this to 400. So I'm going to charge up. Then he's down to 1 turn. Obviously, 1 turn rule applies more than applies just as well as it does every other. I know I have a little bit of leeway, so I'm okay. I'm fine with that because that's just going to defense break Gulper, and that's not a problem. It actually resisted. Wow. So I've got more mana than I really need right now. So I'm going to chuck Wash's S1 in. There you go. Defense broken. Whirlwind comes in. All about knowing when you've got a little bit too much, when you've got mana to spare. This just comes with experience. I'm just like, okay, I've got a bit more than I need here. So here we go. So I left it out of Q and then I put it in Q, and then I'm fine. little bit extra mana. Put it in after the single target. Wash is on quite a bit of crit. He's about 50 crit rate. And perfect, he puts the thing in afterwards. Now I'm going to put this in. Don't worry about putting Wash's skills in Q. Even if he gets stunned, it's obviously not a charge skill. The one where it matters is the charge skills. That's when it matters. Overflow mana, I'm going to chuck Whirlwinds. And I've still got enough for the disrupt. Make sure you have enough for the disrupt. He charges at weird times, but you can usually get a good feel for it. So now I'm fine putting Washer, but I'm not going to put Whirlwinds in, and now I'm going to put Whirlwinds in. So when she comes back up, I don't know if I like putting... Oh, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. So now I'm not going to put Whirlwind skill in. Then I put it in immediately after the charge goes out. Immediately after the AoE goes out, and I'm fine. So I had enough mana for when he charged. Totally fine. Now I need to put parts back on because I don't have any. So I'm going to try and sort of there. Oh, that needs to go back in. And now I'm going back to parts. When you run out of a parts, make sure you apply it twice in a row. Blind is not that important, but make sure you get the parts in quite quickly because parts on parts is a thing. So if you run out, the first turn you put in applies 3 turns. The second turn, so now I've got way too much mana, so I'm just going to chuck in that, and then I can chuck in the charge skill behind. And chuck in the disrupt skill behind, and charge Whirlwind back up. Okay, again, way too much mana. But I'm not using the thing until that's come out. Oh, and now I've just made the mistake. So now I'm basically on a prayer that Whirlwind doesn't get stunned, and she didn't. So I got lucky there. Charge back up. Disrupt. Now I've got a defense break on. I'm going to just use this for the extra defense on Whirlwind, because she might need it, and then Wash gets targeted anyway. That's fine. Bit extra mana, chuck that in. Uses S1, go for the charge skill. Now I don't have any defense breaks on, so I'm going to hold on, there we go, and just chuck it in there. Then I'll chuck this on because I've got extra mana. Might as well just put these 2 in. I should have done it opposite order, but oh well. So there, it got reset. Now I'm going to put Gulper on to make sure that Gulper takes the hit. And I got in. That was a bit bad by me. That was a bit overexertive. That was a bit of an overexpend. But we made it through, so we're okay. I think this is one of the few bosses where you can actually take the charge skill quite late on. Don't chance it, but I think you can. So here we go, I've just charged, leave it out. He puts that in, I then put that in straight away. Because he's going to defense break Gulper. Right now, this is going to knock him down, or one of them will. So I'm going to use whirlwinds there, because I'm fine with using that. Because I knew I'd be overflowing here. Perfect, backdash parts and blind. Overflowing a bit. And that's good that that came in first. Means I'm guaranteed to get in before he does. And I'm going to put the disrupt in before I put the thing and get the extra defense. And then Gulper should cycle round by until I hit 400. There we go. Now not putting the charge skill in. And then putting it in afterwards. Just follow the pattern. And then I hold fire just in case he charges up, which he did. But I've got the mana for it. And then we're down to a turn. He used that first, which is totally fine. Now he might take out a whirlwind here. No, he goes for that. Fine, thank you. We're good. And we're into 390. Well, pretty much. Now it's just going to be about getting as close as you like to 399. For me, it's not very. Okay, I'm not confident I think that's going to overdo it. So I'm going to stop there. Fabulous, 397. Basically, it's a 400 run. But the game doesn't like it at the minute. So hopefully that changes soon. and then I'll return home and I can just show you the runes. Very safe team. You just need to be. It takes a little bit of practice to just get used to like when you can take the risks. Once you get the basic team down, just follow the strategy that I told you about and then did. When to use whirlwind, when to. It's then about having a feel for when you can take the risks. So whirlwind, as I said in the Wolfgang video, basically everything above this line and everything below this line is irrelevant. Ignore all of it. You just want these three high. Literally, you get these three like really high, and you'll steamroll this boss. You saw 2 million heals. Where are they? Washbuckler, load of defense, load of thing. I've put a little bit of crit rate on. That seems to do a bit of do well for me in terms of speeding the run up. So like this sort of defensive build will suddenly get you 400k if you use the strategy right. And then it's just about improving runes and making it faster and faster, so you don't have to worry about hitting the 50-minute cap. And then Sprocket, Little Miss, 4200 attack, and then a load of defense and hit points. Overkill EA. ER seems to do quite well here. This might actually do you better if you get better runes. If you get more ER, that can work. But yeah, good luck.